Hi friends, this is Griselle with Psychic MD and I'm here to do your February reading. These are going to be slightly different Aries. This reading is specifically for you, but these readings are from now on going to be timeless, which means whenever you click on them, that is when it's right for you. So Aries, let's get started. Show me what I need to see for Aries for the month of February, or whenever Aries chooses to watch this. Aries energy, please, and messages only for Aries right now. Show me now. Unassuming. You're outwardly soft and gentle. Your power is in silence. You're non-reactive and create stillness, making you stand out in a crowd. So this is fully embodying your power. Now I have to confess to you, dear Aries, I'm hoping that I don't burn the HE double hockey sticks. Yes, I'm old out of myself while we do this reading, but you know, amusement comes in all forms, doesn't it? Hopefully not at my expense, but here we go. So this month, your power lies in being unassuming, a little bit like blending in, observing, taking things in, non-reactive. So really powerful things to be. Because you might be seeing stuff that people would be a little bit more inhibited if they were aware that you had maybe thoughts and feelings about. What else do we need to know, please? For Aries, for my beautiful Aries friends, show me now. This one wants to come out. Warrior. You have a warrior spirit, not afraid to face conflict and challenges, while at the same time remain committed to a path of goodwill and fairness. So you, dear friend, are willing to fight if that's what needs to happen. Collect information. This could be the home front. This could be with friends, family. This could be with jobs. It really is applicable to virtually any situation anyways. But take what resonates, and of course, as usual, throw out the rest if it doesn't. Aries, what else do we have? Is the focal point for whenever you're watching this, please. Show me now. Old soul. You have been around many lifetimes and have chosen to be reborn to evolve and carry on your learning journey from where you left it in your previous life. Okay. So this is stating that you have a special mission that not just anyone can accomplish. Like holding these cards up proper would be a mission. Just kidding. Let's see if we can get this in the frame without like causing too much of a ruckus, huh? There we go. It's like navigating everything. This Griselle's gonna burn herself right on camera. Fairly predictable. Okay, I actually like that. So we're gonna use these as our anchor for your reading, and we're going to get some clarifiers, okay? Aries, show me what I need to see for Aries. Why are these cards on the board for Aries, please? I'm seeing a tree trunk that's like intertwined, almost like two trees becoming one. Kind of feels a little bit romantic, but I'm not really sure. My initial thought was just being an old soul, kind of reiterating what this card is saying here. So Aries, why do we have these on the board for you? What is helpful? What can help Aries on their path? Show me now. I'm going to take these two. 7 of Chalices. And look at all the fish floating. I love this because fish to me symbolize abundance. And yet the 7 of Chalices always talks about having a little bit of a dreamer mindset, a little bit of a fantasy mindset. So maybe this is just saying to some of you that now's the time that you are dreaming, you're fantasizing about your options, but really it's a time to be still, be quiet, and collect not only your own thoughts, but glean what you can from those around you and even the energy around you. Energy is really powerful, and it will actually communicate exactly what you need to know if you're receptive. Now, this tells me that you're a little bit in fantasy land, so it's time to really be unassuming and collect your information and not really quite make a move just yet, because a lot of these fish are actually out of your grasp. I mean, she has two hands. It's not like you're going to grasp all of them all at once. So at most, you can have like 2 opportunities in the current state that are going to be really viable for you, okay? Yeah, so we have the swords killing. Well, that's interesting. I've never seen this image before. It almost looks like a peacock. And so we want to be really careful of our pride this month. Whenever you choose to watch this reading, that is, it's going to be really interesting and important for you to kind of, because I heard pride comes before the downfall, but it's important for you not to really peacock, not to kind of strut your stuff. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but at this point in time, it could be really detrimental to anything that you're trying to build, that you're trying to grow in, that you're trying to really gain from. And so I think undercover brother is going to be your best bet right now, okay? When you are at war, whether well, you know, anytime you're at war, you want to make an assessment as to who the enemy is. And the best way to do that is just really to be a needle in a haystack so that you can't be seen, found, heard, or kind of like immobile to where you're not really moving around and be detected. Because if this mermaid right here, if she were to move, all these opportunities would just vanish, because all the fish would presumably swim away. They would detect her and potentially see her as a threat. And so, excuse me, your advice right now for whatever month you're watching this in, when I'm filming, of course, it is February. So it's going to be really important that you take that time to really make an assessment from a point of knowledge, and that is gleaning information, not kind of giving much away. All right. What else do we need to know? Please show me now. Take this guy. So that's interesting, because we just talked about how, you know, as far as viable options and the things that you have available to you that are just really tangible and going to be abundant, which is why we're fantasizing and thinking about things. There are going to be 2 really good options, and this is kind of reflective of what we just spoke about. Now, with the 2s, this is a little bit of juggling, which is kind of like, okay, this job and that job, I really have to do both in order to be successful, in order to make things work. It is a little bit of a, okay, now I have to go to my evening job, or whatever the case may be, or juggling home and school, or children in school, children at home, whatever the case may be. So you could be having to decide which ones that you're going to focus on, and go ahead and get some, you know, skillful juggling in there. Now, we want to be careful when we're doing that, because, for example, if you have 2 jobs, this could be my little show off. This is a little bit of peacocking, okay? Look what I can do. I can juggle 2 jobs. Look what I can do. I can juggle 2 people. If that's your thing, I'm not judging. I'm just saying. But you want to be careful that that is not the spirit that you're thinking in, because, again, with the peacock, I'm feeling like something that can bring you like a lot of pride, which is not a wrong thing at all, but for some reason that could be targeted and cause you a lot of wounding, a lot of people around you speaking negatively about you, or something to that effect. So in the end, it can cause you to feel kind of deflated. Almost looks like yeah, if like your energy is gone. It could feel backstabbed or things like that. It can invite trouble at this point in time. Just not a good idea. Timing is off, okay? So what else do we need to know, Aries, for your reading, please? Why is the warrior here? What kind of battle are we fighting? Please give me an idea and show me now. Oh, these cards are brand new and they're just all sticking together. The Knight of Coins. So this is going to be like, what are we going to invest our time, energy, effort, blood, sweat, and tears into? This could be someone coming towards you, wanting to look at you, whether it's for a possible like job offer or to be a mate or just to invest some time in a friendship or something like that. Okay. And so you want to be careful that you are taking paces, because this person has like one coin and they're looking at it and they're like, that's my one coin. It's precious. And meanwhile, you're juggling too. You're like, la da da, this is really fun. And, I'm really skilled, and you're kind of like in your own juice, in your own world, that kind of a thing. And so you just want to be careful that it's not a turn off, because we're just being a little bit prideful into ourselves, or even not aware of someone trying to offer you anything. Lavender can be really important right now for you. And I'm also feeling like if you do a little bit of work on your heart chakra at this point in time, it's a time for a pause and a time to really work and heal on your heart chakra. Maybe you've suffered some losses. Maybe you're needing some comfort that we're running away from by juggling. So that is another possibility. So with that, I just looked up and I saw my camera said 1111. So I'm going to say that that's probably part of what's going on with you. So we are going to go ahead, Aries, and look at love just because we can. We're going to leave the anchor there. Now, for those of you in a relationship, situationship, complicationship, it is all up to you to decide how the story fits, if it does. For those of you that have nothing going on, this could be people looking at you online, what they are thinking and what they are feeling, even though you have no knowledge of anyone checking you out. And you know what, you guys, Zoom meetings do happen. People do look you up for the company that you work for. It gets a little bit old to hear, well, I have nobody. I'm like, yeah, me too. I get it. But people happen to look at you online. Don't kid yourself. So this one happened to jump out. Wow. Look at this. This is almost saying like everything is just, maybe you're feeling isolated right now. Maybe you're feeling isolated from loved ones, from love itself, looking for your yin to your yang, or vice versa. Hopefully reading for males and females. I am not gender specific at all. Very much gender fluid on this channel, and we welcome all. So balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A relationship is one that both supports and challenges. I'm like, no, it's not. That's a Leo in me. Just kidding. So, yeah, but this is about balance. So if you're looking for a scenario where everybody is agreeing with you, which I really don't think so. Sorry, hang on. Kind of gross. I just had to take my rubber bands out of my wonderful braces. And so what this is talking about is maybe loved ones, whether they're romantic love or platonic or whatever. You could be someone who's just really feeling sensitive right now over even any disagreements. For example, if someone says, oh, you know, I had a fight, and you inquire and they're like, yeah, they just wouldn't agree with me, or they just stood against what I was talking about, or something like that, where it's not necessarily a fight, but that's how you took it. It can cut to the quick when you feel like someone is not, quote, on your side. So that is one scenario. Or you could be simply having, not simply, but having bumps and things like that, and feeling like the other person is icing you out. You could live somewhere where it's really cold, or you could simply feel that you have no one to love, and on your mind is having someone really close to you. So there's a lot of different scenarios. Now I'm seeing here almost like this globe or this round thing on this person's throat, and I kind of feel like maybe speaking your truth, like your truth is frozen in your throat, or that could be for someone else around you. And if you're not in a relationship, it could be someone looking at you where they don't even know how to speak. Okay, so that is a couple of scenarios for you. What else do we have, please, for Aries? Aries and love. Relationship, situationship, complicationship, or nothing going on. Possibly people watching you online, creeping on you, studying you. Show me now. how pretty that is. When it comes to matters of the heart, there's no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and of love. Let's take another card, please. For Aries, show me now. Ooh, okay, we're taking 2 cards because you're special. Look at the sun and the rainbow. Really powerful images, you guys. So we have freedom. There's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. And that's kind of how I was feeling. I feel like maybe some of you guys, and you know, I'm not excluded from the scenario, but I'm looking at born of a lotus, like meaning you've been through a lot and currently maybe even going through a lot. And out of that is going to be pressurized and born a completely different person than you were perhaps last year, last month, last week, whatever the case may be. Her face is right tilted to the sun, and she does have the promise of the rainbow. And she is totally in the buff, just naked, enjoying maybe even the wind and the sun and all the elements on her. And so I feel like this is saying a little bit like maybe you have been stripped down to your core, or you are stripping yourself down to your core, to things that matter. You're unassuming. You're willing to listen and see what Spirit has for you. And also that you are an old soul, but you have a warrior spirit that's not afraid to face conflict and challenges. And so even maybe some of you guys may not feel that way. I think that you've endured a lot and been through a lot, that you know that it is true. If you have to fight, you will. If you have to flight, you can. Beware of what you're projecting, for the qualities you admire in another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. Yeah, so this is talking about mirroring and those things that like really repel us. If someone, for example, is at the workplace or within your life that's really pushing you and pushing your buttons, it's a good time to stop, do a pause, dear Aries, and think, well, perhaps this might be something within myself that I really hate. I've worked on to try to change. For example, being late to anything makes me crazy. When people are late and excessively late, habitually with excuses all the time, because I worked so hard to not be that person who's late. So, and to be fair, I tend to eke right on time, or maybe 5 minutes, but my goal is always 15 minutes before whatever, whether it's a date, it's an appointment, it's meeting up with friends. That is my aim. So in my mind, I'm always late because I'm like literally right on time. But that's just one scenario. So if you find yourself triggered by people, there is a reason for it, and a good idea to go ahead, be unassuming, and explore that instead of retaliating. So that is what I have for you, dear Aries. I hope that you enjoyed your reading. If you do like my readings, do give me a thumbs up, like, share, comment, subscribe. And until next time, be sure not to forget to check out my pick a card series, which is my baby. I love those because I can be super creative, open to input, you guys. Put them down in the comments below. And with that, much love to you. Namaste.